everyone. I'm coming to you back with another topic. It's a very sensitive one, can be triggering. So if it is, I would advise you talk to a medical professional. I'm just a person who has passionate insight about this topic, but moving forward, to really make the point and make you understand where this conversation is leading. We lose nearly 135 men a day to suicide in the U.S., but no one is talking about it, especially because it's a sensitive topic, so we're not mentioning things like this in a barbershop or to our friends because we feel secluded, we feel alone often. So it can be a hard conversation to have, but it's one that needs to be had because making sense of life can be complicated, especially with economy and a society like now. Everything is based upon materialism, especially for the value of men amongst other people. Our value, our meaning in life is based upon materialism, what you have acquired, and I know that that can be a little bit confusing. That can make you feel pressured, anxiety, depression, but the more you talk about your feelings, the more you're able to reach out to medical professionals and people who care about you, like family and friends. That's the more that you're able to deal and internalize some of the feelings that you're going through, and possibly work through some of those traumas that you probably have built up inside. So, as a person who's been through suicide ideation, being by yourself, secluded, lonely by yourself, is not the solution. You have to talk about it, and I feel like today we need to have a discussion. So let's get into it. I have a question to ask you. If your absence were to make a difference, would you still fight to stay? Ponder on that. And the reason why I asked you that question, right, is because we oftentimes make purpose of our lives through other people. We make purpose of our lives through the things we acquired, through the legacy we were able to create. And that is a lot of unwarranted pressure that we put on ourselves. Life is arbitrary. It's full of random things that happen in no sequential way. And that's the beauty behind it. It's just about experience. 100 years from now, all of us are going to be dead and gone. That's the reality of it. We are not infinite beings. We're finite. So with that, every day, every second, every minute you get, it is a miracle. It is an honor. It is actually servitude towards the very creator that gave you sustenance, gave you life, or whatever you believe in. I think every individual should take every moment to reflect on where they have come, what they have overcome, or if they're in a dark period in time in life, just know that this season is temporary. I know that your feelings, your emotions are personally yours. Those are your perspectives, which can be burdensome, but you can speak about them. So, regardless of if you're a millionaire or not, your life matters. Your destiny matters. Your mission looks differently from the next person. Beat to your own rhythm. Dance to your own rhythm. Beat to your own drum. That's the real message here. Not everything has to be based upon this materialistic, um, very shallow perspective of existence, especially when it pertains to men. When you talk to other men, it's all about obtaining power, obtaining wealth, obtaining this toxic masculinity that temporarily gives you gratification, but it doesn't assess what you feel internally. You can work to you drop to your knees, but that's not the answer. That's not what's going to give you satisfaction to the point where you lay your head down at night and feel like, I can't wait to go tomorrow. That's not going to always satisfy the hunger within you. Sometimes satisfying that hunger within you is just about being heard, just about being understood. So, did you know that suicide is the second leading cause of death in men ages from 15 to 34, 35? I'm sounding redundant, but I find it pretty alarming because men that young are dying at unprecedented rates. Uh, when you look at suicide rates, 80% of suicide rates make up men. And that is interesting to me. That is alarming to me. And why do you think that is? I think, from my hypothesis, largely it has to do to the fact that wellness plays a large part in that. And Also environmental factors, and men not speaking about some of the problems that they're going through. And if we just took the chance to speak about what we're going through and be vocal about that, we can possibly have some solutions to our problems and take those proactive steps forward so that we can be able to tackle some of these ongoing issues. And with suicide, it's so unique because it permeates through other things in our life, whether it be relationships, profession, or spiritual. It permeates through our thoughts and our perspectives, and it infects us in a way where we become immobilized and we feel as though that nothing in life matters or nothing in life can correlate with what I'm feeling inwardly. And that's a main issue that we have yet to solve. And a lot of the times with men, we hold a lot of our emotions inwardly because we feel as though a strong man doesn't talk about his problems. A strong man doesn't show his emotions. We don't wear those emotions because only weak men do. We don't have time for that. That's toxic. You're human at the end of the day. Your feelings are yours, but you have to understand them. You have to understand them. That's the only way that we can make sense of reality. We can't make sense of reality if we don't have solutions in place to tackle some of those issues we're facing. So, if you have a friend, if you have a brother, if you have someone who means something to you, call them, text them, check on them. They need that. We all need that. Cry, even. Because sometimes we try to make it seem as though that life is fine, life is grandiose, everything is okay, but we're hiding behind a facade. That's the trickery behind suicide, is that a lot of the times it's hard to talk about. It's hard to even fathom. How do you rationalize suicide? You can't. You can't because the deepness, the darkness of that, the explanation of that to people, sometimes it's hard to articulate. So be a friend, be a good neighbor, be a good brother, be a good confidant. Talk to your brothers. Talk to people who need to be heard. And if you need to be heard, talk to people as well. Let me give you three habits that saved my life when I was going through suicidal moments and ideation. Um, Prayer, journaling, and exercise. It all helped my discipline and also helped me refocus on areas in my life that I was lacking in. And journaling helped me express my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions without feeling exposed or vulnerable. Because sometimes speaking to people can be hard. So journaling helped me a lot. Exercise, you can let out some of that pent up pressure inside of a gym, or if you feel unconfident to go into a gym and work out amongst other people, start with a couple of push ups, pull ups. It helps. And eating right as well, going to sleep on time, especially sleep. Sleep insomnia is a large attribution towards suicide as well. Cortisol levels, it rises, it causes the chemistry, the brain chemistry to be altered, and we start to go through suicide ideation because of that lack of sleep and that cortisol and all of those other chemicals that's being released in the brain. So definitely get some good sleep, balance your diet, and exercise. Prayer, talk to God. I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care if you believe in Buddha. Whatever grounds you in faith, whatever grounds you, root yourself to that. But prayer is a form of affirmation. It re-gratifies something within you, which is your soul. So if you can establish a solid prayer routine so that you can connect to the source, that will help you a ton. That's what helped me. Real strength isn't pretending to be okay. It's turning to the creator. It's turning to the thing that created you, you know? And with today, everyone have these opposing thoughts on what creation looked like or where we stem from or how the earth was created. It's a very complicated conversation. But the simplicity of things is you being here is a miracle. The chances of you existing is a miracle. What you're made up of is a miracle. You're made up of the universe, stardust. You know, the scientific rhetoric, I don't have the exact explanation, but do the research. You are something special. From the moment you fought to get into this world as a sperm to be to fertilize the egg, that was a miracle. You had to fight all odds to get to that point. And yeah, it is a very, very, very complicated conversation. But I would say paying respect to your life is also recognizing the creation process, recognizing the creator that allows you to be here, you know, and that helped me. I'm sure it will help you too as well. My last message I would like to give you is if you're listening and feel like life isn't worth living, I'm here to say I see you and we need you. Um, and I deeply mean that. You know, I see you and we need you. And taking your life is unfortunate. It's something that no one should think about because everyone is special. Everyone is purposeful in their own way. You don't have to be like someone else to have purpose in life. Your contribution to life looks differently. You are meant to be here. Everyone is meant to be here in their own right. So talk to someone, reach out to someone, call a helpline, journal, put steps in place so that you can improve your life and your mindset so that you won't be thinking about something that could potentially hurt others in the process. Because there are loved ones that think about you on a day to day. So yeah, we need you. I need you. So when you get a chance, I would like to say like, comment, subscribe so that we can be able to push this content, connect with a deeper audience, you know, and potentially talk about issues that nobody is talking about. You know, if you have a topic or something that you want me to talk about, comment below. I'll do the research. I'll make sure to get updated on that. See you soon.